Hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing paint pour on canvas, and I'm going to go over the steps of how to do this. First off, what we need to do is take the large box that I brought over, and we're going to take the side with the crease that's glued to the other, and we're just going to, if I can do it, we are going to open it up a little bit and just rip down the side, make it one giant piece of cardboard. Then we're going to lay that on a flat surface, and this is what we're going to be painting on, as well as putting our paintings on so that we don't make a mess everywhere. So I'm going to put it on my table. And we will get started. So what we're going to need is our canvas and our 3 different kinds of paint and a cup. I'll be right back. All right, I forgot my cup, but now I'm back with my cup. So you can use any cup in the house that's easily washed because the paint will come right off of it. I forgot to wash mine overnight, so this is the current status of my cup. But I'm just going to keep using it for paint pours because it's pretty fun. So first what we'll need to do is set up our canvas directly rearrange this here. Well, making a mess. I'm not perfect with this, but it is a lot of fun. So we'll get you slid around here. Because we're going to use one edge of our box just for putting the paint on, and the other 3 panels we can put the actual paintings on to dry. But we're going to use this first one, if you can see here. This first one, because we're going to be dripping a lot of paint to do all the paintings on. We're going to do them one at a time. Each client will just do theirs, and then we'll do another. So that way all the excess paint's on this part here, and it doesn't get everywhere. So what we're going to do is take our cup and take our paint, and we're going to start layering our paint into the cup. So I normally pour to about here on a small canvas, and probably a little bit higher for one of these bigger ones. I had to do 2 different sizes because they didn't have all the same size at Michael's. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour from the side so that when we pour a decent amount in here, when we go to the next color, so I poured about this much in here, purple, we're going to pour from the side very slowly so that it layers on the top of that other layer of paint. And then I'm going to add another color. We got 3 colors, so we can just keep adding little layers in. I'm going to add another little bit of purple on top. And some more green. And some more red. Alright, so I've got 6 different layers of paint in my cup. Let me bring this up here so you can kind of see how it goes down in there. So now I'm going to take my canvas and put it out here. So we, like I said, we're trying not to make a mess. And the real key is pouring the opposite direction of what you poured in. So see this kind of clear side over here? We're going to want to pour away from that. So and pouring very, very slowly, just straight in the middle. So we want to get like a little stream going here. See that? We don't want to pour too fast, so you might have to help your clients hold on to the cups and help with them pouring so they don't pour it all at once, because that'll kind of change the effect that we're going for here. So we're just going to pour it all directly into the middle here, just very slowly, and just a little tiny stream, and you'll see it's just pulling in the middle. It looks really neat. Looks like ripples on the water. And we'll just go ahead and keep pouring until everything is out of the cup as much as possible. All right, a little bit longer here, a little bit more paint. You can kind of wiggle it around a little bit once you get down to the bottom, get any excess out, and it'll also leave a neat little design. Now that we have our paint in the middle of the canvas, the next step is to pick the canvas up, and we're going to angle the canvas so that the paint moves around on it. So we'll start off with one corner, and a lot of the paint's going to come off here because we don't want too much excess paint, but we're going to try to keep as much paint on here as possible until we get all 4 corners down. So we'll switch to this side, let it go all the way down as it can possibly go. Try not to lose too much paint because we're going to need the gravity to pull it down to the bottom. So now we're going to take and hold it long ways here so that the paint is dripping down this way, just using gravity to pull it down. Just a pretty slow process, but it's going to look real neat when it's done. So as you can see, it's slowly moving down the canvas. You can give it like a couple little shakes to help it kind of get to where it needs to go. Just try not to get paint everywhere. And once it's getting down to that corner, we're gonna hold it this way, give it a little shakes as needed. You're gonna get messy. Your finger's gonna get messy, but the paint's gonna come right off your hand. And we'll just let gravity do its thing. Give it a couple little shakes, do what you need to do. I'm just gonna give it some time to get moved. If it doesn't cover the whole canvas, it's not the end of the world. You'll have some negative space, and that's pretty cool too. But we're trying to get most of the excess paint off so that when it dries, it'll be kind of even. Never done one quite so large, so you'll have to excuse me, but the process is still the same. We're still just trying to cover the whole thing as best we can. Yeah, just give it some taps. Get out of here. My cat's trying to get over here in this paint, and I'd rather that not happen. Yeah, see how it's now almost completely covered it. Just be careful where you're dripping. We don't want to get it all over the house. This is a fun little project that we can all do together. And I can hang them up at the office for us all to enjoy. Or you can keep them if you'd rather do that. It's up to you guys. I just like displaying y'all's art up there. So we're almost completely covered here. Just give it some taps. Help it keep running. And just let gravity do its work. So, what you're left with is, if my lighting was a little bit better, you'd probably see it. This neat little kind of painting that's all, it kind of looks like, waves, or looks kind of like a agate rock. So what we're going to do now is very carefully put it in our drying spot, which I would do if there wasn't a cat in my way, but we'll put it on the other part of the cardboard box, so that way it can dry out. It's going to take probably about a whole day to dry, about 24 hours. So once we put this in its drying spot, it'll sit and drip some more. And take about 24 hours to dry. Then we can use this spot again for the next painting. And we'll just do these one at a time. This cat's really trying to get in the paint. So we'll let that dry, and then we'll do the next. We'll sit that out to dry, and then we'll do the next clients, help them with theirs, until everybody's is done. So that's about it. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Hope y'all have fun, and I think that's about it. Thanks, guys. Get off there. Get down. You can get covered in paint. Did you get the paint? Huh?